Hello, everyone. My name is Ethan, and today I would like to speak with you about minorities, more specifically, minorities having to code switch in society today. First, if you may or may not have seen, there's a very viral clip of, at the time, President Barack Obama. He shook one of the United States men's basketball Olympic coaches. He shook one of their hands with a simple handshake. Then Kevin Durant, famous NBA player, was right next to that coach. And you could see Barack Obama shake the white man's hand like this and then proceed to walk over to Kevin Durant and dap him up. And you can just kind of see it in his body language and just how he felt, just him being more comfortably. But it was interesting seeing how quickly in his mind he code switched from shaking in a more formal way the coach's hand and then him being comfortable dapping up Kevin Durant. The issue of code switching, especially within minorities, it's an important topic because people of color have to experience them code switching and changing their dialect, their language, and just who they are as a person every single day. And it is a big problem today, and people are affected by this problem in the workplace, in school, and in life. So first, I would like to discuss how it has affected people in the workplace, specifically Black employees who are aspiring to receive positions of leadership are affected by code switching. So with code switching, it is when you change your dialect or language to fit in and be more accepted. Mostly in this instance, it's with Black people trying to be accepted in more of a white society, as society is primarily white. And in the workplace, Black people often have to avoid Black people and people of color often have to avoid stereotypes to be able to receive different promotion opportunities and move up in the company. And a quote from a 31-year-old Black anesthesiologist in reference to him trying to move up, he said, "I understand that I operate under the assumption that most people expect less of me because of my race. Under that assumption, I find it easy to modify my behavior slightly to consistently outpace expectations of my ability." And that was in a Harvard Business Review article by Courtney L. McCulley. And as far as that goes, that person is a prime example of someone who's had to experience having to just code switch to change and to move up the company because they know that being a person of color, they are already looked down upon and have less expectations than, let's say, a white person may have. Another way it's affected people in the workplace is the issue of having to fit in the workplace socially. So Black employees said that they fit in according to this article, Black employees said that they fit in with certain shared interests such as music, sports, movies. But when it came to more personal things in their life, they felt very uncomfortable discussing them, and it just did not go well between the people in the company and then the coworkers. They felt like sometimes they also had to censor or water down their specific views, whether it was politically or just socially. And this is a problem that is ongoing within people of color in the workplace today. Another place that it has affected people is in school. People of color and minorities in school oftentimes have to try to get acceptance, and a quote that summarizes this in a good way is everyone's heard the idea of a white voice. I know mine more than I know my real voice. When you're Black, you want something from a white person. Admission to school, job offers, you name it. You don't stand a chance if you don't speak their language. And in that instance, people often have to change how they talk and change their tone to be able to be accepted. And that was from an article called The Mental Health Cost of Code Switching by Teen Vogue, written by Marietta. And sorry, I'm a little sick. This is an issue that students face all the time, and they cannot truly be their true selves and speak in their true way if they're talking to white people who are in a higher position, higher authority than them. And changing the way that you speak has taken a mental toll on these students, and especially when they have faced discrimination. And another way that code switching minorities has affected students is when they have to try to fit in. They have to try and fit in socially and academically, and they are already viewed upon as less socially, primarily, and they are viewed on their pattern of speech and their dialect when they are speaking regular, so it forces them when they interact with their peers to change how they speak. And then finally, code switching minorities, it's affected me personally. Being a person who is a minority, I have to change the way I speak, whether I'm talking with my friends and my family, to when I'm talking with outside people who are adults, who may be white, who may be professors, and it's just something that it's more natural to me now, but I'm able to notice when I am changing the speech. And if it were up to me, I would rather just be myself and speak my natural dialect. But I know that in society today, that is often not accepted, or it may be judged, and I do not want to be judged. So, in conclusion, I would just like to say that code switching in minorities is a prevalent problem that affects people in school, in the workplace, and it has affected me personally. And I think that this is a problem that I hope one day, as society grows and society becomes more accepting, that people of minority will not have to do, and that they will just be able to truly express themselves and be themselves.